A City County Council committee is considering establishing a special taxing district, and it would cover the anticipated home of the Indy 11 soccer stadium that's downtown.
But as CBS 4's Russ McQuaid explains, historians now want to pause that development due to one of the first cemeteries in Indianapolis.
Who knows what lies beneath the concrete above what was once Green Lawn Cemetery? Now, we know that someday this will be the landing spot of a bridge that is going to eventually span the west side with the east side of the White River along Henry Street, if the city and historians can decide what to do with the human remains below. A chunk of industrial and undeveloped property bordered by West Street and Kentucky Avenue and the White River is poised to become downtown Indy's next destination neighborhood with the planned $1 billion Indy 11 Park. Across the river from Elanco's anticipated $150 million corporate headquarters, connected by a $20 million bridge above the water that would land smack in the middle of what was Green Lawn Cemetery, once the final resting place of Confederate soldiers, Indianapolis's 19th century pioneers, and the city's first African-American citizens. And historians claim a law from 100 years ago commits the city to actively search out those remains and move them, not just recover them, if construction workers stumble on a burial site.
If you read that law, it clearly says the city of Indianapolis has to do this. The question becomes, is that law still on the books? And we're not sure if it is or is not. If the law is still on the books, the city may still have to ensure these people are moved.
There may be the remains of 150 to more than 1,000 people below the surface of what historian Leon Bates says was once called the colored section of Green Lawn Cemetery.
In 1923, they wrote a law specifically saying that this cemetery was the property of the city of Indianapolis. If the city of Indianapolis wanted to use it for anything other than a cemetery, the city had to remove or cause the removal of all interments in that 4-acre section.
We've taken a number of proactive steps as it relates to just the due diligence of the site and the historical precedents that we know about and the history of the site itself. So for example, we're using different types of equipment. We're requiring different training of the personnel that will be operating and looking at and watching over the excavation if and when it happens early next year.
There are people here. The biggest question is, how many?
Historians who want the city to live up to the spirit, if not the actual letter of the law, will appear before the City County Council's Metropolitan Development Committee this afternoon as council members consider a special taxing district for the Indy 11 Soccer Park project. Near downtown, Russ McQuaid, CBS 4 News.